values voters came out and won a Republican majority in an off-year election after Bush's first term. It's unheard of. And nobody saw it coming. We could be at the beginning of something similar to that with the way
This is Dakota Livesay chronicling another true story taken from the 1800s, a time known to all as the Old West. On October 5, 1882, just 6 months after the death of his brother Jesse, Frank James surrendered and was tried. The outcome of this trial could have only taken place in the 1800s. Do you enjoy hearing stories about people and events from the Old West? If so, you need to check out our series of Old West CDs. One CD is about 16 gunfights told as they really happened. And let me tell you, they weren't anything like Hollywood portrays them. Then we have a CD about 14 women who either helped tame the Old West or made it wilder. Let me assure you, men, this is not a sissy CD. Our latest CD is about Tombstone, Arizona Territory. It's stories of 15 people and events that made Tombstone the great boomtown that it was. Each of these CDs contains over an hour of stories, and each costs only $9.95 plus shipping. To get more information, go to www.chronicleoftheoldwest.com. That's chronicleoftheoldwest.com, or call us at 888-DOG-JAKE. Thanks, Jake. Six months after a member of his own gang shot Jesse James in the back, and after committing at least 20 robberies, on October 5, 1882, Frank James, Jesse's brother, surrendered to the Missouri governor, Thomas Crittenden. At the ceremonial surrender, Frank James said, "I want to hand over to you that which no living man except myself has been permitted to touch since 1861, and to say, I am your prisoner." With that, Frank James turned over his .44 Remington revolver. Prior to this, Frank James had entered into negotiations that determined the outcome of his surrender and trial. He had written Governor Crittenden asking for amnesty because the hardships he had endured as an outlaw were worse than a prison sentence. He also maintained that others committed many of the crimes of which he had been accused. Governor Crittenden had replied that he could not give amnesty, but if Frank James went on trial and was convicted, he could give him a pardon. So Frank James went on trial for murdering a passenger who had been killed during a train robbery. After 7 days of witnesses and 2 days of legal arguments, Frank was acquitted. It seems the case against him had mysteriously collapsed.